guys, it's Allison. Today I'm going to do a look for this right here. If you can tell, let me move up a little bit. It's kind of like a smoky neutral color with a pop of color. I think everybody kind of does just like neutral tones because like the Naked palette and everything, but I always like to have a pop of color, so I have the little pop of green, if you can see right there. I did everything off of one little palette. This is the Tempting Quad from MAC. So that way, you know, I hate kind of digging all over the place. I can just pull this out if I know I want to do this look and be done with it. This used to be my everyday work look. I wear it to school, wear it going out. It's my favorite look. You know, I can get it done really quick now. I have it down to a science. So if you want to learn how to do this look, then keep on watching. See ya. So we're going to get started. I already have this eye, so I'm going to go ahead and do this eye. I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids with the e.l.f. primer. Urban Decay primer works. I'm going to just kind of go ahead and put that on my lid. And then kind of pat it all over the lid. Okay. So what I'm going to be using, and I'm primarily only using this, is I'm going to be using the MAC Tempting Quad. I am going to use all the colors because I think a lot of times people tend to get quads and just use them for one color, but I like that I can throw this in my purse and know that I have a look ready to go. So what we're going to start with is, the first color we're going to start with is Next to Nothing, which is this color right here. Okay. I'm going to take a Essence of Beauty brush. This is the double-ended duo brush. We're going to use both ends, but right now we're just going to be using this end right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shadow, and I'm just going to pat it onto my brush on both sides. And I'm going to, sorry, I'm trying to look where I'm going to go. I'm just going to pat it right on all over my lid, under my brow bone. And I'm going to keep going back, grabbing a little bit more color. Now this color is a nude color. It's skin tone, it's flesh tone. So it's not going to look like much. You're going to be able to see a little bit of a shimmer, but not much. So once we get that all over our lid, I'm going to take the Soya Kashuk. This is just kind of like a small little blending brush right there. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in. We're going to do Tempting, which is this color right here. It is a very kind of shimmery, light coppery, not coppery because copper is more of an orange tone, just a really shimmery golden brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swirl my brush around in it and then tap a little off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from my outer V, and I'm going to make windshield wiper motions from my outer V to my inner V. So we're going to start here, and we're going to work it back and forth. Kind of in small little sweeping motions, and then in big motions. And we're just going to go back and forth until we kind of get the shape we're looking for. Now if you see over here on, there I am. On this side, I kind of have a very just kind of, almost like half an egg kind of shape. If my eye, if the lower half was an egg, we're just kind of doing half an egg shape. So you're going to take that color and go back and forth with it. Now, we're only going in our crease. We're going above our crease, but you don't really want it on the lid. We can fix that, but we're just going to concentrate right here. So once you got that on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush, and it is a clean brush, and you don't really want to dip in any more color because we're going to use this blush to blend it out. We're going to make the same motion we were doing before, kind of back and forth, and then you're going to start making little tiny circle motions. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm making little, kind of like you're going like this with your brush. And then we're also going to make this motion. The point of doing this is we want to make sure that we don't have a harsh line. We want it to look kind of like it's faded. so we don't have kind of, and now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of sweeping upwards to blend it even more. So you just want to blend until basically you can't see a harsh line, and we actually want the color to fade a little bit. So now that we have that, we're going to take the other end of our Soya the Beauty of Essence, which this is the Smokey, I don't know if you can see that, Smokey wide brush. This is it's a pencil brush essentially. What we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to put that into Dark Edges, which is the very matte brown color. We're just going to get, literally, I'm going to just kind of tap my brush on it and then tap it off because this has big color payoff. What we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to draw a C right there in our outer V. You might have to pick up a little bit more color, but basically you kind of want to make it so the bottom of your C is a little longer than the top of your C. You want to almost drag that color halfway across your lid on the lower lid. So once you have that on, we're going to take the same 224 brush and keep drawing a C over top of the C that we had already done. So if you can see what I'm doing there. Okay. So, and then we're just going to kind of make sure that it's blended into the colors. Next, what we're going to do, I don't like to have a lot of heavy liner with this because it's such a, you can really wear this out anywhere. So I think too much liner would make it look too dark and not kind of as much as a semi-natural look. So what we're going to do, if I hadn't lost the brush I was going to use, where is it? Aww. See the things that happen when your planning goes right. I really have no clue what I did with my brush, so we're gonna improvise and use the same kind. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm taking a angled liner brush. This is just my shiny brush. We're gonna take that same matte brown color, swirl it around, tap it off, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to draw that underneath our lash line. We don't want too much there. We're going to draw it from the outer V right to about where your pupil ends. Once you get that on there, what I do is I just take my finger, usually my ring finger because it has the lightest touch, and kind of smudge it out with my finger. You can use a smudge brush, I just prefer to use my finger. Then you're going to take that same tempting color, the kind of shiny color, the shimmery color, and we're going to do the same thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit below, my phone was ringing, sorry, a little bit below that line. Instead of holding it, I don't know if you can tell, like this, we're going to brush it across this way. So we're just going to do that real quick, and we're going to take our ring finger again and kind of smudge that line out. Now, to kind of get the green color, which to me, I understand that that is tempting, but to me, this seems, you know, more tempting to me. So we're going to incorporate that into the look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just any kind of shader brush you have. I'm just going to use this small one. This is another shiny brush. And you're going to kind of just pat that color onto the brush because we want a lot of color payoff. And then we're going to tap it off. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to fill in our outer V with that color. Basically, everywhere you don't have a brown color going on. And it's going to take a little bit to get the kind of color payoff you want. Just keep tapping that in and putting it on. If you see, I'm just going from here all the way down here to where we stopped that liner. And you're also going to want to blend that green into that brown just a little bit. Not too much so it's a murky color, but just a little bit. Now, the last step for eyeshadow, and then make sure you don't get it so it's kind of uneven down here. The last step, we're going to take that first color that we used, so next to nothing, and we're going to just take a small little shader brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush. Tap that color back onto a brush. And then over top where you already see that color, we're going to pat more of that onto there. So if it's faded at all, we want it to really pop so that everything else pops around it. And then we are just going to do mascara. I'm going to use the Glam Eyes Day to Night. Now, I use both sides to this. It must be nighttime for me all the time because I use night and day. So, and then I always make sure when I do this look to get an even amount of mascara on my top lashes and my lower lashes so it doesn't look uneven. And of course I got a little on my lid. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so that is it for the look. Let me take my hair down now. Like I said, you know, you can do this look everywhere. This used to be my everyday going to work look. I wear it to school. Tonight I'm going out to dinner. So I hope you enjoy. I'm also going to list dupes down below for all these colors. Drugstore and other dupes. And now my phone's ringing. So thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.